so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
The following broadcast is an official production of the Faulkner Sports Network.
So later in the game, it'll be about every 2 or 3 minutes where he can get that.
Yeah.
The ASOL ult is going to come out. Mr. Grunt going to interrupt the Q channel though. Syndra getting on the Aurelion Soul. The set getting melted down. Chapman is just also low. The Syndra completely zoning everybody off on the back line. That's going to be a complete team sweep. Does have his ultimate. Going to ult the Annie. They go into the death realm. We can see them on our screen, but I promise you that the players in game cannot.
For a second I was worried because
Annie is going to die. Garen does have the ultimate. They're going to have to be a little bit careful, but as long as they kite this out, be careful. The Orianna should have enough to survive and to kill him, and they do.
And it looks like there's going to be a team fight here, and Immune to Flame is able to take down one of theirs. Oh wow, really? Excellent team fight.
So we had a really big, Ornn had a really big stun there early on with that ultimate, just stunning essentially the entire team.
And a little bit annoying to deal with. Big Orianna shockwave though, gonna land on 3, instantly one-shotting 2, including that Aphelios. All of the carries are down. That is what Faulkner needed so desperately. The Kayn is likely gonna be picked up. I can't imagine that he gets out under any circumstance.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Registar USA. My name's Seth Dawson.
And I'm Titus King.
We're going to be giving you the play-by-play and color commentary of what's going down in League today. Bit dressed up, ran here straight from a Sweetheart concert, so...
You're making me feel underdressed.
Doing our best. But luckily, you get me a little more cleaned up than you usually do. We are going to cut over here and introduce our players real quick so you can see who's playing.
Playing ADC, the captain, FrisbeeMeniscus, Charlie Grete. Playing mid lane, the lieutenant, I'm Blue, Seth McCoy. Playing support, Zombie, Abby Bounyalith. In the jungle, Raptor Klaw, Ethan Dixon. The top laner, Kaizen, Chalchi. Playing ADC, the coach, Omnytamer, Colquitt.
Righty, and as you saw right there, right now we have Coach filling in for Blue. He's playing the ADC right now, or in the bot lane. And as you can see him right there in the middle, and right next to him we have our captain, FrisbeeMeniscus, who will be playing, I believe, the mid lane. So look forward to seeing how they do today. On the other side over here, we have Josh Chalchi over there, also known as Limoniker or Kaizen in game, playing our top lane, and we have Raptor Klaw in the jungle right there in the middle. And if we can swap to the other side real quick, I just realized I missed someone. So you can't really see her very well. I don't know why, but there we have a Zombie over there sitting on the far right next to Coach, I promise she's there.
He just absorbs all the light.
Yeah, apparently. You just cannot see her whatsoever, apparently. But she will be playing support today along with our coach. So really look forward to seeing how this game goes. I know we're currently hoping that I'm Blue will be able to make it for the second game. We can sub him in. But right now, he's at the concert that I just got back from. I was able to get out a little earlier. He, not so much.
I am very grateful. I would probably not have done good on commentary by myself.
You would have been fine. These lovely people watching would have enjoyed it too. Yeah, they would have loved you. Right? Just thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up in the chat if that's a thing. Do we have those? Yeah, whatever. We can't see one if we got one. I know there's somewhere over there. Just give us a like on YouTube. Fishing for those likes. Like the outfits. We got fancy today.
I don't know. I think Coach and Connor last game kind of beat us.
What'd they have?
They had full suits and tuxedos.
Got my jacket right here.
Me too.
All right, I'm taking this off. It's too hot for this. All right, well, can't wait to see how these things are going. I believe we have Moniker in the top lane. You know, he has plenty of style right up there playing. He's probably going to be playing either Kinnan or Malphite, I imagine. Although I would love to see him pull out the Teemo if it's convenient.
He also does play Volibear on top.
Oh, yeah, he started playing Volibear. I kind of forgot about that.
That's not something you usually see in the top lane.
I mean, generally you see Volibear in the jungle, but he's not actually that uncommon of a top laner just because of how much of a lane bully he is.
Yeah, that is true.
He's one of the few characters that I would say he's probably like top 3 strongest at level 1 in the top lane. It's crazy.
Who would you put above him?
Darius.
Yeah.
He's just the number 1 at level 1.
I hate Darius.
And maybe Olaf.
I don't see Olaf very much.
Yeah, you don't see Olaf anymore in these days.
Someone I've seen making a comeback, Yorick.
Yeah, Yorick disappeared for a little bit, at least in a lot of my games, but recently he's been surging back. Same with Olaf, not coming back, but he was crazy popular when I first started playing in the top lane. But recently, I just haven't seen an Olaf I've seen him once in about a year of in the last year of playing.
Unless Ethan's playing top lane with us.
And then you see him.
Yeah.
I think that's the one time I saw him.
And luckily he's on our team, because I have seen how annoying he can be.
Olaf level 1 is just really strong. But let's see. I would say Set's probably like number 4 or 5. Set's the character I've been playing a lot of. Love him to death.
My 2 top laners, they like to see late game. Mundo and Nasus.
Yeah.
One hits really hard, and one requires you to hit really hard to kill.
Yeah, one of them hits really hard, and the other one gets hit really hard. Apologies, y'all, if you heard that. My bad. My phone going off. Turned off those notifications now, so no more interruptions for me, and no more interruptions for y'all. Looks like both teams are checked in, and now we are just waiting for the draft phase to start.
As a fellow jungler player, I can't wait to see who Ethan's going to play.
Yeah, Ethan has been experimenting around with a few different ones just to give the team a little more variety, because he's always kind of been forced team comp-wise to end up playing things like Sejuani or Mumu, or just more tank junglers.
Especially Skarner, because, Skarner is one of the top junglers.
Yeah. He's just really strong right now. But that really and truly, while Ethan is amazing at playing them, they're not the most fun for him.
No.
And he definitely really enjoys being able to play them more.
He prefers squishier junglers.
He really does prefer playing things like Elise and J4, who J4 is not squishy to say the least, but
Viego.
Or Viego, but just a lot more a lot more ganky jungles.
I've looked into playing Viego, and I was like, you know what? I don't understand this game enough.
Viego is one of those characters that really, to play him the most effectively, you need to play you need to have a decent understanding of just about every other character because that's
Granted, he teaches you how to play every other character, essentially.
Kinda. For people who don't know, Viego is a jungler who basically his ultimate lets him transform into any champion he slays. So every time he kills an opponent, he gets to transform them for a brief time, taking all their abilities and all their items, literally becoming them. And yeah, that's really, really cool and really strong, but only if you know what the champions do.
Yeah, my problem is like, okay, let me read over these abilities real quickly to see what they do.
Oh yeah, and by the way, you only have like 10 seconds to
Yeah. That I would read one and then I would be back to Viego.
Yeah. Or dead because it's the middle of a team fight.
Yeah, that's probably more accurate. Unless I have transformed into a tanky character.
Yeah, in which case you just spam abilities, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Never mind. There's a really fun series on YouTube going right now, just someone who's playing 10 hours on every champion so he can have the most perfect game of Viego he can afterwards.
Wait, is it the Viego one-trick guy?
Yeah, I think so. And
yeah.
He's the Viego one-trick, and by one-tricking Viego, meaning he's going out of his way to play 10 hours on every champion.
Yeah, I watched some of his... I get some of his videos on, like, just shorts and stuff, and it's just, like, him being Viego, and it's just... That's his only character he plays. And there was one where he got banned, and he's like, I shall become the thing I vowed to destroy, and it picks Kindred.
Understandable. Alrighty. Let's see. What do we have so far? Nothing. We have nothing. No news to go on
I wonder if
whatsoever.
we can access the chat.
I can't anymore. I don't have access to Nace.
I wonder if I still do.
Probably not. I think you lost access to Nace before I did.
I had it last semester. Let's find out.
Oh, let's just check. Oh, wait. It's not Nace anymore.
Oh, it's Playfly.
Yeah. I don't think either of us have that.
I did have it last semester.
Chelsea, nothing. I'm not a robot, probably.
We sure about that one?
You have no proof? Which is the bicycle?
I wonder if
Can't
Coach
tell.
actually has the website.
Maybe I am maybe I am a robot.
Try going to Firefox. I think Coach might have it the actual login Playfy saved.
Ah, yes, we're stealing his login credentials. We are him.
Not refrag.
Playfly esports. Oh, Omnytamer's Firefox. I mean, we're not doing anything. Hey, we can see the chat. We're cheating. Not really. The opposing team's a little confused because they're like, how's your coach playing? Because he's a full-time student. That's how. For people who are wondering how coach is able to fill in when a player is missing, he is a full-time student here at Faulkner, so he meets the requirements to join. That being said, that doesn't... these people seem to be worried that because he's coach, that means he's going to be like a super high-ranked player or something. I love him.
Yeah.
League of Legends not
best
his game.
player ever, you know. Yeah. He's about to 1v5 the entire team.
He is an amazing and lovable person. We're not going to talk about how many hours he has in League of Legends.
Yeah, I definitely don't have more. To be fair, I have hyper-focused on this game and put in, like... I think I have 286 hours in League of Legends and TFT in a month and a half.
Sorry. We're just looking at things real quick. Boom, 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 ba-dum, boom. Oh, it looks like there was an admin called. Oh, yeah. They're figuring it out.
Yeah, I just think they've just never heard of this happening before,
Yeah.
which is fair.
I mean, it's probably not something that happens very often, but with a team as small as ours, coach who is able to play and is eligible to play as a player.
Yeah, because we've had to
Has
play for
to,
CS2 games also.
Yeah, plenty of times. Just because it's kind of required because their teams are really small.
Yeah.
Luckily,
Unfortunately.
yeah, we have enough players to play. That's about it right now. But they're figuring it out. Doom ba-doom boom 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 ba-doom boom. Zoom ba-doom boom 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 boom. The admin's just a little confused as to what the question is. He's like, but
They're
whatever.
listed as captain on the roster.
But things are getting figured out.
We really do need to get more people on our League of Legends team, unfortunately.
We do. Any of y'all who want to come play League of Legends, come join, please. I was supposed to, but I had
Same.
problems come up with I don't even know what.
I think you fell in the same boat I did my second semester here.
No, I have taken all the hours. I have all the hours I need. My GPA is up high enough. It's just something else. I'm not sure.
Do you have enough hours for this semester?
Yes.
Oh.
I have 15 hours. I'm a full-time student.
Yeah, that's plenty enough.
I'm a full-time student.
I know one of the requirements is you have to have 24 hours put together with the last 2 semesters.
Yeah, and that's kind of the problem is that I didn't. I do this semester, but the last 2 semesters I didn't, so I had like 20.
Shoot, by the time we get in the game, I'm Blue might be back.
Alrighty. And now the admin's just like, look, even if they're the coach off platform for this role and roster, they meet all the requirements. They are listed as in the captain role. They are good.
Yep.
And yeah, or coach is good. Drama. We get to catch up on it. I love a juicy drama.
You would. I do too. I like being in on it sometimes.
Between me and my fiance, I'm the one who likes this kind of stuff.
So you're the woman.
Oh, my back. It hurts. Anyhow, we are here to give you quality content, and we're trying to keep you entertained. There's so much.
Oh no, I'm finding this entertaining.
Yeah, but we also get to see more than they do. All right. Things are going. Moving forward.
Oh, now we get to ask the questions.
Slowly but surely we're going. Wonder if I... Doom ba doom boom 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 ba doom boom 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 boom. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
So, and more drama coming up. It seems like there's a question up about max rank available as currently we're as our current understanding of the rules, the max rank you can have to be in this particular division is Gold 1.
And they have an Emerald 4 player.
Yeah, which is a few steps up. And they also have a Diamond 4 player, but that's their coach.
Well, that's their coach. That one makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
How much higher up is Emerald? Isn't that above Gold or Diamond?
It goes Gold, Platinum, in I think then Emerald, then Diamond, but it might be Diamond then Emerald.
Still, it's a minimum of 2. Let's see.
It goes, Gold, Platinum, Emerald, Diamond. Yeah.
That's still
Then Master, Grandmaster, Challenger.
I'll never see those.
Yeah, things I will never see in life.
The only times I will probably ever see those is in TFT.
Our resident TFT addict. I got him started and hooked, and
I
now
have
we
the
can't
highest ranking of anyone in
and
TFT.
suddenly he has
Plat
played
4.
Yeah, suddenly
Almost Plat 3.
suddenly he's Plat 4 in like less than 2 months and has played
220 games as of today.
more than twice the amount I have, and I am the one who got him into it.
Yeah, a month and a half of playing. I have played 220 games of TFT and 100 and I believe 28 or 58 hours of League of Legends, not counting TFT.
So
Why did you get me into this?
Because I needed someone to play with, and then
yeah,
now I don't play with you anymore.
And then you
hardly.
wanted me to play rank for you, and then I got from level 20 to level 30 in like 2 weeks.
Yeah. So basically, I've created an addict, and
To be fair, I haven't had this much fun with a video game in a long time,
yeah.
so it's been enjoyable.
yeah, people always talk about like the floor to get into League of Legends being something that's yes. Okay. So we're not reading chat. I see nothing. I'm not reading chat. I never did that. Okay, y'all know nothing.
Just
whoops. I don't know anything. But yeah, still gonna know. Yeah, I've created an addict here for all that. But yeah, League of Legends is generally known for having like a really high floor to get into the game. Like it's kind of difficult to get into, and I think that's correct in that the skill floor required to get into the game is pretty high. But once you get into the game, it's really fun.
yeah,
Especially, I feel like a lot of people who like longer form games, things like chess. I don't know if chess is necessarily a longer form game, but games similar to that.
No, yeah, chess. A decent round of chess can easily go for an hour.
Yeah, unless you're playing something like Blitz chess. Which is
Fair.
fun.
I've played 1 minute chess where you have 1 minute on your each person's timer, and it lasted 15 minutes.
That's crazy. What? Okay, never mind. Sorry, I got distracted by something real quick, y'all. Sorry about that. So it's really, yeah, I was saying it's a really fun game. I think top lanes is one of the best ones to start in.
It
personally,
is by far the easiest to start in,
because I mean it's going to feel horrible for a little bit because it's very sink or swim.
especially if you get counterpicked.
Yeah, that's just kind of top lane in a nutshell.
You either have fun,
Or you get counterpicked.
or you don't have fun until the rest of the team can help you.
Yeah, or you don't have fun till the post 15-minute mark. And you just sit under tower crying because you can't step past the halfway point, otherwise you die. And your CS score looks terrible. But
Me
it
when I
doesn't
play
matter.
Gnosis.
What?
Me when I play Gnosis.
When you're not playing Gnosis
He's
and
just so easy to counterpick.
Nasus,
Really strong, especially with his buff.
yeah, he is surprisingly strong, but at the same time, it's so easy to just bully him early game.
Don't let him get any minions with his Q, and you're just like, oh, we're 20 minutes into the game, and I only have 100 stacks. Which
Not
seems
fun.
like a lot.
Which, for people who don't know, Nasus is a champion who infinitely stacks on his Q, and he infinitely stacks damage on his Q. Every time he gets a kill on a minion with his Q or on a champion, he gets a certain number of stacks, and those stacks give him more damage, which let him last hit, which let him get more damage, and it's an infinite cycle of eventually he
Hits you
becomes a
3 times and you're
1v1.
dead.
Yeah, or 1 sometimes, depending on how squishy you are.
Yeah. I one time 5-hit a Cho'Gath.
As a Cho'Gath main, that's terrifying. Cho'Gath is
The game lasted for an hour and 15 minutes, and I was at 700 stacks.
crazy. So
I don't know why they allowed the game to go that long.
the hilarious part is Cho'Gath is also an infinitely stacking character. He infinitely stacks HP.
I bullied the Cho'Gath the entire game.
That poor Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath has the largest HP pool
So
of
stupid.
any champion in the game, so that is ridiculous.
What's the max amount of HP on a Cho'Gath recorded?
Recorded? Depends. On average, in a late game, you could easily see 10k. That's pretty normal for like a really late game Cho'Gath. The maximum record? I don't know. You can hold hostage a game forever until you have infinite HP. Like, I don't know.
I wonder if they have a record for that.
I don't know. Probably it's probably limited to like maximum number of stacks someone's gotten in like a specific amount of time, because
Google
otherwise,
search
yeah.
highest Cho'Gath HP. Because I've seen you get pretty high. I've seen you get higher than 10k.
Oh yeah, I've gotten up to like 12k before.
That is terrifying. Highest Cho'Gath HP in
P
recorded history.
record. So the highest health ever recorded by Cho'Gath in an official game was about 11,500 in season 14. And that's not including any like shielding he also got. So
Doesn't his ult scale with his HP?
his ult does scale with HP and AP, yeah, I believe.
So
it
the
scales
more
with, like, his
HP
stick.
he has, the more he can eat at.
Yes.
Oh.
That's why sometimes in the late game, if you ask if the ADC is in ult range, the answer is yes. No matter what. I have literally eaten Vaynes at max HP before. And it is the best feeling in the world. But you have to get to the Vayne, so you just don't approach Vayne unless you have ult up. Because otherwise...
Vayne.
Vayne is the ultimate HP, ultimate tank counter. She's the so Vayne is an ADC that has relatively short range for ADCs, but she has a passive ability that says every time she fires 3 bolts, she deals like 12% true damage, max health true damage. So she kills you in like she's pretty much guaranteed to kill you after a certain number of hits because it's max health true damage. So 12.
Well, 5 times with the 12% would be 60% of your health bar.
Yeah, she's pretty much guaranteed to kill you after about 15 shots most of the time because, you know, that's 2 normal shots for every one that deals the max health true damage.
That is terrifying.
So, yeah, she's probably going to kill you guaranteed 5 hits no matter who, and 15 shots no matter who you are.
How fast does she get to shoot?
Late game, vary.
Oh.
It's close to the attack speed cap, so something around 2 a second, probably. If she's taking lethal tempo, faster, so like 2.5 or more. Crazy. Okay, it looks like we are in the ban phase. Can we go check that real quick? All right. It looks like they have already banned their first one. Their first ban was, I believe that's I think that is, I can't tell. My vision's horrible. Oh, yeah, Urgot. That's Urgot. They banned Urgot. No, we banned Urgot.
I know there's a way we can pull that up on this screen.
Not gonna worry with it. Let's see. We banned Urgot and someone else. They banned Kinnan and Yumi.
Ooh.
And they
that
get
is
one more ban
one
here.
of Josh's mains.
Yeah, that's fine. So they banned Kinnan, Yumi. And someone else that hasn't come up yet. I don't know. Maybe they just accidentally didn't ban anyone. I don't know. But we banned Urgot.
I believe I saw in the chat the other team said that first ban was supposed to be Garen.
We don't see chat. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I don't think it matters for when they're banning.
Okay, so we banned Urgot and two champions that I can't tell what are because, yeah.
Tiny screen.
They have picked a Leona,
Oh, that's gonna be fun to kill.
yeah, Leona in the bot lane is never good. They have picked Vi and Leona so far. So, and oh hey, your champion. They picked
Ooh, Mundo.
Mundo, yeah.
I like Mundo. Mundo fun.
Let's see.
Now, can we get the right cam? Nope. There we go.
Okay, we can see it now. Sorry.
Okay, so they got
So they have currently picked Vi, Leona, and Mundo as their champions. And we have picked Caitlyn, Jarvan4, and Gwen so far. The bans have currently been on our side: Urgot, Silas, Twitch, and Severe. Those were our bans, and their bans have been Kinnan, Yumi, and Hui.
So they've banned two of our players' characters, knowing our
their favorite. I mean, that's fine. We're doing the same thing.
Yeah. We
That's
can
just
hear
how
the
it goes.
play. I just heard Zombie in there go, ah!
She's really hoping to
Yeah.
play away, I think.
I think that's who she was
And
planning on playing tonight.
We just banned Katarina. So Katarina, really strong mid laner. A lot of mixed damage with her, so she's really hard to
And then
deal
Seraphine.
with. And yeah, now we have they banned Seraphine. I don't know who we have that plays Seraphine, but
I know Zombies played her from time to time.
yeah, that's true. Looks like they were really trying to ban out specifically, potentially, our support. Which, support. If they're banning out the support players, generally pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, and it looks like we have picked Soraka.
Although it's funny that they banned Yumi.
Yumi's annoying.
Well, it's funny because our captain made a joke that we're like, hey, we can just throw someone on Yumi.
Oh. Yeah, that's true. So it looks like they have a Jinx in the bot lane, Jinx Leona. That's going to be a pretty aggressive bot lane. We'll have to be very careful of it.
Yeah. Isn't Jinx the only... Is like the second character or the first character that have better smite than jungler?
No, not really. She can sometimes steal a Drake with her ult. But no.
I know Cho'Gath
she's
is
not
better.
really. She's not really known for doing that because her ult has to be going for like a second before it actually deals most cap damage.
Gotcha. Who do we have playing Asol?
So we probably have Charlie playing Asol in the mid lane.
That makes sense.
Soraka and Caitlyn in the bot lane. We have So really excited to see how this ends up going.
And then that was Josh
let's
on the
see.
Gwen.
And all right, we are currently starting. They're currently starting. We'll be about 2 minutes behind. Give me a half second to help that get set up.
Let's see. And now they're officially banning the characters in the game.
Yeah.
Because they ban on the side. Which is a really cool concept because then it gives you more time to actually think through bans instead of, 20 seconds.
It's yep. It's really, really smart. Alrighty. Let's see.
If only all of our other games had, a decent spectator mode and banning phase.
Yeah.
I'm looking at
I
Overwatch.
wish Super Smash Bros. Had bannings for characters. That'd be so much fun, honestly. We do ban stages, but if you could ban characters, that'd be great.
Well, in that case, most of the characters I play would be banned.
No, I think
Kazi and Hero.
Fine, you'd be fine.
Coach already says Hero should be banned in just general, so...
Yeah, that's just Coach, though.
To be fair, a lot of people agree with him.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't mind banning Kazuya. Especially after last game.
Yeah, for anyone who tuned in for the blue game yesterday. Very, very close games, but they had a mean Kazuya and a Wii Fit trainer, and both of them were just barely able to bring it back.
Ironically enough, I'm actually friends on Discord with their captain from last semester.
Oh, nice! Yeah, you should hop on and play with them some.
Because last game we couldn't get in contact with their team because their system was down. And so I just messaged their captain on Discord like, "Oh yeah, that time works."
Mm-hmm. All right. It looks like we're about to be getting into the game in about 30 seconds, so we will be back with y'all in about 3 minutes. No, not back with y'all. Yeah, we're still here.
We will be here. We'll be in the game in 30 seconds.
We'll be in the game in about
3
3 minutes.
Why do we leave buttons around you?
I love big red buttons, especially if you shouldn't press them. The more you shouldn't press a button, the more I want to press it.
So we do not have you defuse in CS2.
What?
Because you would watch the bomb explode.
I like fire. That's true. I love explosions.
So do I. To be fair, we are guys, so.
Okay. All right. Looks like they're officially getting into the game, and now we are waiting.
I mean, we have a whole video or multiple videos on killing Jigglypuffs in multiple explosive ways.
Yeah, we do.
Which I think
Which
we're
is
planning on
sad.
doing again this semester.
Hey.
I need to start 3D printing.
Makes me sad. I love Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff
deserves
is
to
one
die.
of my favorite characters to play in Smash Bros.
You're not the only one. The other Seth enjoys her too.
It's just a Seth thing, I guess. But speaking of which, hopefully that Seth will be able to make it back sometime before the next game starts. because he will be, we'll be able to sub him in for the next one. Hopefully.
Hurry up here. Get here, Seth.
McGee. Monsieur McGee.
Mr. I'm blue. Or blue, you're not here.
Alrighty. Do.
Hey, look. It's me. I'm all 5 players.
Mm-hmm. That's funny. So y'all can't see that yet, but because we're looking at the spectator mode, it lists him as everyone, which is funny.
I never understood that.
Because you're not in a lane, I guess. I don't know. Something to do with the client, because
Well, good.
League of Legends,
I will stay out of the bot lane
everything
forever.
is... League of Legends, everything is kind of a spaghetti code, from what I understand. So,
I mean, it can be ran on a potato, so
hey, look, yeah, that thing runs on my computer at home, which is
1 gigabyte.
has 1 gigabyte of RAM, which is,
We're fixing that.
yeah, I'm getting a new computer, and this one's gonna have 32, and also a lot of other good stuff.
It's double my PC.
Hey,
And yours barely cost more than mine.
yeah, being fair, it's like 5 times the price of my first one. Oh no, more. I only spent like $88 on that one.
Where'd you get this from?
eBay on sale.
Oh yeah, you told me that. That one makes sense.
I am a thrifty shopper. Very thrifty. Yeah. 1, and we are in the game. Maybe. This is League of Legends. It may not work.
That is true.
Okay, no, we're in.
Well,
And
we got a black screen right now.
you're in a black screen.
Typical loading
All right,
screen.
now we're in. Awesome. If we can get swept over to that. Awesome. She already knows how to set up all the fun stuff. Alrighty, so we get to see what's happening.
Gwen looks like a fun character to play.
Gwen is really fun. She's really good at killing tanks, so she's
Yeah, I
going to be
found
really
out
good
the
in
hard way
she's
in
going to be
Mundo.
really good into Mundo because she has she does have,
Doesn't she just already have anti-tank as his attacks?
yeah, at base she does have some I can't remember if it's max health true damage or max health percentage damage. I don't know, or it might be missing health damage. She has true damage in some way, shape, or form. I know when she first came out, everyone was so scared of how strong she'd be. Okay, so really smart move there from Raptor Klaw. He always goes in to check their jungle there, but he was really smart, was very careful, and
He has the Mundo skin I
didn't
won't.
get caught out by him. Oh yeah,
It's the business suit Mundo.
probably the best thematically made
It's so good.
skin in the entire game. It's crazy.
I
Both of these
want it
characters
so
just kind of dancing
bad.
around each other here for a second.
Here, the scissors, Mundo. She's gonna cut up your business papers.
All right, pretty clean game here in the start. We had a little bit of a scuffle there we thought might happen, but both sides just playing back, playing safe. All right, Gwen getting a little aggressive here at the beginning, and you see already chopping away at that HP bar. That being said, same happened to her, but
She
she's
does
not
a lot of
tank.
damage, but she is kind of squishy.
She does have her little circle square that she gets around level 3.
That makes
But
her invincible,
It
right?
makes her untargetable and invincible to everything outside of the circle. Which, by the way, Acel diving in on this Orianna, both of them ends up trading a little bit, ends up coming up out about even, but still a pretty good dive.
Those are 2 characters I really don't know much about.
Yeah, okay. Our bot lane struggling a little bit, having to stay back. Okay, now both level 2. Struggled a little bit there at the beginning, kind of had a bit of a rough spot, stepped forward a little too much, got lost hit level 2 second, had to be careful, but playing back, playing safe. Everyone just sitting back, kind of farming up. Both sides just kind of wanting to play it safe.
Jinx scales late game more than Caitlyn, right?
I'd say they're probably about the same. Jinx is just really, really strong in team fights in general because every time she destroys a turret or gets a kill on a player, she gets a stacking attack and movement speed buff, which can get crazy after a kill or two.
Good job on the Mundo using the W.
Yeah, really good W timing, able to heal back a bit of that damage dealt. That being said, still pretty behind. Gwen having to be careful a little bit, has to be wary of the potential jungle, but Jarvan 4 is currently taking the scuttle in the top lane and is there in case Vi tries to pull some shenanigans, but Vi's still in her jungle, misses the scuttle, so Jarvan 4 able to back up and basically a clean scuttle without any fight. Gwen has to be very careful. We could be looking at a gank here from Vi in the top lane.
Yep.
Very unfortunate. Okay, good flash,
good job
good flash.
on Kaizen with a
Really,
flash.
really good get out there. That was incredibly well played. So got really close to getting ganked there, but really, really good playing on his part. Was able to get out of there without any worries. All right, Gwen playing a little risky, sticking around to grab some CS. But just staying in the wave, making sure Mundo can't hit her with any abilities. And every time her passive comes up, just stepping forward and dealing that damage. Really, really strong auto attacks there. Just kind of eat away. Oh, has to be really careful. Unfortunately, not able to get that cannon minion, which was really wanting, but was able to at least stick around for the XP.
What's the range you gotta be in order to get the XP for them dying?
Basically on screen. It's not a perfect thing, but essentially if they're on screen, you're probably getting it. That's why I always have the XP numbers turned on so I can see when I gain XP to know if I'm in range. Asol doing Asol things, just sitting back, farming up. I will say, I'm about to say 0-0 right now. All sides doing a pretty good job of just farming up. Right now, Aurelion Soul at 48, same as Orianna. Both sides just really consistent with the farming. I'm be right back. I'm gonna help set something up real quick for myself.
Asol with the ridiculous range. Bot lane's a little bit behind, down one level each, but oh, and that's going to be the first kill. So the other team does get first blood, but luckily they changed the feats to the first 3 kills.
Yes, that was a very beneficial change. I will say, unfortunate there, Omnytamer taking the first death, but still doing pretty well. If you notice, he is down quite a bit in CS, but just playing back, playing safe. Let the rest of the team kind of farm up. Asol, ooh, I was really worried that was about to happen. He was just sitting on top of that, ball that Orianna throws out. And as soon as she hit level 6, she ulted and dealt that damage. All right, so they stole the last grub. Unfortunately, we're not quite able to get. We still get 2 grubs. Unfortunately, Caitlyn stepping up a little too far and getting caught out and dying, and that does give them the feat of warfare.
They did get it right before, because that puts them at 4 kills now.
Yeah. Close enough. Anyhow, so a bit of a sudden downfall there from Faulkner. Everything kind of going wrong at the same time. Asol playing a
just
bit.
hits so hard.
Oh yeah, I mean Jinx is at a little over double the CS. Is up in levels, I believe, as well. Yeah, up by about 2 levels. So Soraka not quite able to push him off by himself. Gwen trying to use her damage to push back the Mundo, but okay, good damage there, but still kind of getting poked out herself. Really good dodge there on that. Does have to be really careful. The Mundo ult.
Ooh.
Unfortunate death there. Kind of overestimating how much damage she could deal, unfortunately. Really good dodge there. The Jinx almost getting the kill on Asol. Driving forward, trying to look for a gank in the mid lane, but unfortunately there was a ward there. Ends up using his Oracle Lens to notice that, and then quickly backs out as he realizes that the jungler is probably going to be collapsing in on him. He has to be really careful here as the opposing jungler is now essentially chasing him down along with the mid laner. Looks like he made... Okay, not quite able to take the blue buff. No way for him to get out, unfortunately.
Was that Gwen ult?
I was not watching.
She shoots something out.
Yeah, that's Gwen ult. Ooh, Aurelion Sol trying to get out of there. And it looks like he does successfully get out. Gwen also barely getting out. Everyone kind of struggling and just trying to get out, trying to stay safe. Just Faulkner falling a bit on the back foot here.
Man, that Jinx is just hitting so hard. Man, that Mundo's so close to being dead.
Yep. Mundo so close to dead, but at the same time, never count Mundo with only a quarter HP left out because ult.
Yep.
That being said, his ult is on cooldown right now.
Here comes...
So driving forward, coming in with the gank on Jinx. Can he take the Jinx? Unfortunately, not quite. Oh, man.
Jinx ult already back up?
Yeah. Jinx able to get the reversal on that and get the kill on driving forward.
What is the cooldown on Jinx ult?
Some probably around 100-ish seconds, 120, maybe about 2 minutes. Asol coming down to try and get the shutdown on the Jinx, but just not quite able to do it.
It would be a nice little money boost.
Yeah.
I don't understand how Orianna works.
Orianna... So Orianna has that little ball that she throws out and can move around, and a lot of her abilities are based around it, where she can deal a lot of damage when she moves it and to where she moves it, and her ult is also a big damage ability. It also pulls everything around it into the center.
Gotcha. So she's really good in team fights.
Oh yeah, Orianna is probably one of the best team fighting champion mages.
Oh, so she can move that orb.
Yep, and every time she moves the orb, it damages.
Unfortunately, it does look like bot lanes might take the first tower.
Unfortunately, it looks like we very much might lose tower in the bot lane. Really good Soraka ult there, keeping Caitlyn alive. That being said, Caitlyn does still end up dying. We can't really see it anymore, but the Jinx trying to chase down the Soraka with that speed boost she got, but Soraka able to get away. And this is going to be tower.
That will get them boots.
Yep, and that does get them the boots. But right now, our team just looking to play back, play it safe. Jarvan 4 wanting to see if he can do something to steal this last grub, but not much he can do. The opposing team just kind of all there. And 3 people there, not much he could do. It gets collapsed on.
Did not know Vi had so much movement.
Oh yeah, Vi is really, really good at closing in on people. Her Q is a charge up ability, lets her dash in, and her ult is a point and click dash suppression.
Gwen using every single thing in her kit, and Mundo goes down to half HP.
Yeah. All right, able to keep herself pretty safe though. Jinx just kind of being a menace. Going in, and looks like the bot lane is swapping to the mid lane right now. Bit of a lane swap here.
It's interesting since they're doing really well in the bot lane.
I mean, it just kind of makes sense. They've taken the tower in the bot lane, now they're looking to try and do the same in the mid lane.
Yeah, I don't really mess around with bot lane stuff, so I don't know what they do. Unless I'm ganking his jungle.
Yeah. Okay, really good heal there from the Soraka, keeping the Caitlyn alive. Gwen going in a bit prematurely, trying to take advantage of her max stack, of her stacks being up, but unfortunately ends up dying because of it. Jarvan 4 trying to come in and get... Woo! Jarvan 4 trying to come in and save our bot laners there, but not quite able to do it.
Rampage.
They're just taking towers left and right.
Yeah, I mean, right now they're on the advantage. Faulkner really just has to back up, play it safe, and try and do their best to keep them from pushing towers, essentially. Jinx, unfortunately, when she gets fed, really, really hard to deal with.
Very much so. Even as someone who plays tank characters, mostly it is still a pain to deal with her.
I mean, it's kind of ADC's job is to get fed and get ahead.
Yeah, she's currently 5-0 right now.
Yeah, I mean, she does have a 350 gold bounty on her, though, so if anyone can get that, that'd do a lot to get us back in the game. That's basically what we're looking for. Looks like they are probably going to get the dragon. Not much we can do to stop it. Jarvan 4 trying to come in and check it out, but unfortunately just got ulted on twice. Not much he can do. Whew. Unfortunate. Team fight's kind of going sour everywhere.
I see what you mean by Jinx attacking a lot faster the more she kills.
Oh, yeah. All right, bit of an unfortunate set of circumstances everywhere. Faulkner kind of just getting rolled here in every lane, trying to do their best to save their turrets, but Jarvan 4 just not quite being ahead enough to be able to deal the damage he needs to kill them before they kill them. Gwen running into a similar problem, just not having the damage to deal with Mundo. Currently, I believe she's also 3 levels under the Mundo. Really just can't afford to fight. Unfortunately, probably gonna die there to the Mundo again. If Faulkner really having to step back and do their best, otherwise this might be the end here soon.
Jinx showing why she is a problem.
Yeah. The screen just kind of bouncing around everywhere. Jinx chasing down the Caitlyn. Caitlyn not quite able to get away before the ult comes out. Unfortunately, the team just not quite able to handle this push, and it looks like this is a lot of our team going down. Asol ulting, trying to do what he can. Unfortunately, this is probably going to be the end here. We don't have anyone except Soraka alive.
Yeah,
and Jinx killing those turrets. That is probably going to be the end. Yep. Unfortunate loss
Jinx
there.
just getting
Faulkner.
way too fed way too soon.
Mm-hmm. Not much that can be done there, unfortunately, for Faulkner. No lane really was able to get ahead for very long. Ended up just being a bit of a roll, and not much Faulkner could do about it. Now, that being said, lots of things they could look to try and do. Maybe play a little safer. Gwen did really well into Mundo early, but unfortunately ended up getting poked down a lot by the Q, and just kind of took a few chances here and there that ended up not paying out. Ended up not panning out, and now maybe he can look back on that and try and figure out what he can do from there.
Do you think we possibly see Jinx ban?
Maybe, but probably not. Jinx was a problem that game, but because she got ahead, it just depends on how fed she is, really and truly. She's really strong in team fights, and was really good at sealing a lot of those kills with her ult. She did a really good job of making sure not letting people get away. So really good plays there. Yeah. So, and in the mid lane, Asol just a little too comfortable. Sometimes he prioritized getting maximum usage out of his Q instead of getting out of range of the Orianna ball. Yeah. So a few mistakes here and there, unfortunately, ended up leading to the loss of that game. But Faulkner 100% can bring it back in this next game. They just have to look, make adjustments, and see what happens. We can probably go on to a little bit of a break here while we wait for the next round to start.
College, law school, this is a formative time for people, but it's not just about getting a degree. And I think when students come to school here, when people work here, that's what they get to see. The folks here will love you, take care of you, look out for you, and along the way, help you get a great education. I love that. I would tell students who are interested in potentially going to law school that they can learn the law anywhere, but not every learning environment is the same. So I think it's important for them to consider where they can go and be comfortable, where they can go and be encouraged, where they can go and be loved. And that's what they'll find here. There are larger schools, there are schools with bigger names, but there aren't schools with bigger hearts than Faulkner's Law School. We love our students. We don't apologize for that. We don't hide that. And they're not going to find that everywhere, but they can definitely find that here.
My name is Mike Carriage, and I teach computer science at Faulkner. Computer science at Faulkner is dramatically changing right now. It's an exciting time to be here. We're adding new students, which is exciting for all of us, but we're also growing in the content in which we deliver. We're adding new courses, we're adding new curriculums, It's a time that things seem to be really exciting and things seem to be really changing rapidly inside of our field. Computer science will always be a rapidly evolving field. Everything from artificial intelligence to cybersecurity will always drive us to excellence. But here at Faulkner, we embrace that change as opposed to ignore it. Many of our students find their niche in the computer science world by coming here, and that's what we hope to really drive that love of computer science into our students here. I'm telling you, of any place you want to be to learn computer science, Faulkner is the place to be right now.
I wanted to take my career to a higher level, so I searched for an MBA program that fits my schedule, that's accredited, and aligns with my Christian values. I found the perfect MBA at Faulkner University. Faulkner's MBA program consists of 10 5-week courses completely online, and the quality of instruction is excellent. Imagine how earning your MBA degree can help boost your career and get you to where you want to be. Visit faulkner.edu/advance to learn how you can get started.
Faulkner University's online executive MBA program is now accepting applications. Earn your Master of Business Administration in as little as a year. Advance your career and apply today at faulkner.edu.
Back into the banning picks and ban phase. Let me just see if I can figure out where to go. Okay, never mind, I can't see it. So it looks like the bans currently, they banned Garen, Yumi, and Seraphine, and picked Vi as their jungler. We banned Urgot, Dr. Mundo, and Silas, and picked Caitlyn as our bot laner. And Zach as our jungle. Okay, fun little mix-up there. Can't wait to see how that pans out. I know Zach, really, really fun character to play, especially for Ethan. Can't wait to see how he does. Once again, they have Leona in the bot lane. Makes sense. She did a lot to contribute last game. Really, really strong.
I don't see a lot of Zach.
I see him an okay amount, but he's a really interesting character. He's really good at diving from out of sight range. Has really good CC, and his healing is crazy. All right, and it looks like we picked Hui as probably our support.
And
before they could try and ban him. And they got Twitch. Yep. So that's the character we tried banning out last time. We're going to be very careful about that, but we will see how it goes.
Wonder where the Garen ban came from for them.
I don't know. They may just not like playing into Garen.
Oh,
Garen's
no,
very
we
annoying.
did have Seth play Garen last game.
Yeah. Makes sense.
That's right. And he went on a rampage later in the game.
Garen's just really strong in general, all things considered.
Oh, and there's the Teemo ban.
Yep, they banned Teemo, and we banned
If that's their
Katarina.
top laner, I respect it.
Understandable. No one wants to deal with Teemo. Looks like we banned Orianna this time. Okay, really interesting. Didn't want to deal with trying to keep up with where that ball was, which makes 100% sense.
Who's the other person we banned?
And we banned Soraka. They banned Soraka, and we banned Urgot, Dr. Mundo, Silas, Katarina, and
That's who the
Orianna.
fourth one was. I couldn't tell.
Looks like we picked Malphite in the top lane. Okay, really interesting. That does mean their top laner gets to counterpick this, though.
Who are we going to see?
I almost would have expected him to save it and pick Katarina. Not Katarina. Kinnan.
Yeah. I'm surprised he isn't going Kinnan because that's who he's mainly been playing.
I mean, he probably just feels comfortable playing Malphite into this. He is playing into Ornn, which Ornn, a ton of utility on him.
So we've
just
got
really strong in general.
tank versus tank.
Yeah, this will be tank versus tank. I will say Ornn has a lot more damage against tanks, especially in the early game. So we'll see how it goes. I will say their team is very AD heavy right now, which very good for Malphite. Unless the Twitch goes AP, which is possible, but I don't know. And it looks like they go Akali in the mid lane, which I think Akali is AP, but I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me on that.
I'm still learning what that stuff means.
AP is ability power. It means they deal magic damage, essentially.
I have learned that part. I don't know what champions are which.
Yeah, figure it out through trial and error. Generally, you figure it out by looking at the items that they build throughout the game. And
I look at their abilities. If I see yellow or orangish color, it's attack damage. If I see a purple symbol, it's ability power.
So it looks like we have a Gangplank in the mid lane. Is that what it is? I wonder if that's a mistake, because that's really interesting. I don't know. We'll see what's up. Alrighty, looks like they're getting ready and getting started. So it looks like we may be seeing a Gangplank in the mid lane, which would be really interesting. Yep, okay, so they're doing their picks and bans. We'll be in the game here in about 4 minutes. So, look forward to seeing all that.
Gangplank's another character I don't often see.
Yeah, I know. I'm really interested to see how this game goes. Gangplank is... he has a lot of area control, is the best way to describe him. Because of his barrels, he's able to throw them out, just control huge areas of the lane all at the same time, where you essentially just can't step because you just get hit for a bunch of damage if you do. So really interested to see how that goes.
Those are the ones that have like 3 hits before they die?
Yep, they have 3 hit points, and they lose 1 hit every few seconds depending on the level of the barrels.
Okay. Because I remember I faced him in the top lane once.
Yes.
But that's the only time I've ever seen him.
He's really, really annoying and difficult to deal with if you're not... basically, if you're not ranged, honestly.
Luckily, I was playing Mundo.
Yeah, Mundo
so
just
I was able to take out the barrels with his Q. So
really? I didn't know your Q actually hit the barrels, I'll be honest.
I think they did.
That's really interesting.
But I also just launched minions at his face.
Yeah. That's Mundo.
Hey, if I can't hit you, I'll hit you with your minions.
Yeah, no, that's legit. Okay, it looks like... okay, so it looks like our mid laner went Cassiopeia. So that was a misclick on the Gangplank that was supposed to be Cassiopeia. So...
Snake Lady.
Yep. Went with the Medusa.
How does the feats of strength work for her?
No clue.
Because she don't get boots.
I think she gets bonus movement speed.
So she just gets Swifties, basically.
Basically. That's the extent I know. I don't know. Because Cassiopeia, for those who don't know, doesn't get... she can't build boots.
She ain't got no feet.
Yeah, which... for those who don't know, canonically in League of Legends, this is really funny. Characters that don't, have feet, traditionally, they could really fit into boots. Canonically, they wear them as hats, and it's hilarious. With the exception being Cassiopeia, who...
wait, they do?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
It's a really funny tidbit of lore there for League of Legends.
I want to see this now.
I don't know if there's a way to actually see it, but that is how it... oh, my God. No, I'm not tired. You're tired. That is how that goes. It's really funny.
Come on, Seth, you gotta stay awake. We've gotta go get food at a generic food place.
Yeah,
later.
that does not sponsor us anymore. So, Ugh. I cannot wait for that food though. I have not eaten yet today because I had a concert, and I just don't eat before concerts because reasons. Singing. When you have to sing, I just don't like to eat before singing, and for some reason I take that to an extreme and just don't eat all day. Fun.
You've gotta eat.
I will later. Normally I would have eaten already because the concert, was earlier. Clearly, that's why I'm in this getup. But
you've got to exit out of looking at everything. So go down there by the play again and hit the X button.
It's all good. Alrighty. Yep, okay. And now we're getting into the game. Have a little bit of a tiny delay, and then we'll be right in. We got 1 minute and 40 seconds.
See, League spectator mode makes sense.
Yeah.
I
Give
found
it a
out
little bit of
Overwatch
delay.
doesn't.
I have no clue
Especially
how
if they don't set it up right.
Oh no, I don't know how the Overwatch stuff
So
works.
normally you get to spectate through the players and see what they're seeing.
Okay.
Well, they didn't set up that spectator mode, and so I manually had to play like I'm a floating camera in the sky and using WASD to move around, Q to descend, and E to ascend.
Hey, if you're good, that sounds like you'd be really good at seeing all the fun stuff, but
You move really, really slow, unless you find out by the third game where the game's almost over that you move faster a shift.
The run button makes you go faster.
Then I started having fun.
All right, looks like we're going to be in this match here in just another 40 seconds, and y'all be able to enjoy how this game goes.
I made Coach and Connor laugh because once I found out, I went, gotta go fast, gotta go fast.
Brr.
And Coach is like, yes, and now Titus has figured out how to go fast and is singing the Sonic song.
Oh, my back hurts.
Luckily, I had help on that production because I had to move the camera around, and luckily Cooper was able to help me with swapping between players and Coach.
Yeah, no, that's a good thing. All right, and it looks like we are getting into the game right about now. 1 second.
Unless someone is running on a potato.
Must be one of them. Alrighty. And we are off. Alrighty. Alright, as you can see, we have Zach in the jungle, Cassie in the mid lane, Map in the top, Caitlyn and Hui in the bot lane. Zombie finally getting to play a character. She is significantly more happy to play in Hui.
Ooh, I like that, Zach.
Zach, yeah, that was a really cool Zach skin. Zach immediately trying to ensure that they don't ward his jungle.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Alrighty, and it looks like there might be a little bit of a scuffle here in a half second. Yep. So, Zach having to play careful, unfortunately, gets knocked back a bit, but it happens early enough. He has plenty of time to back and just go check things real quick. Is still able to get that ward down, so he can have vision there. Just getting some of this stuff with the scoreboard set up real quick for us. Alrighty. Everyone, once again, just kind of no hyper aggressive early games. It looks like the Akali is taking a second to get to lane, so we'll see what happens there.
Malphite getting a little bit free CC on the top.
Yeah.
Orin being there.
Unfortunately. Oh no. The Leona and Twitch doing a quick cheese there at the beginning to force back our players.
The bush of death.
Yeah, trying to pull a quick bush of death, but luckily our players able to back up. Oh, unfortunately, I think they do lose out on some CS and experience there. Malphite and Orange just trading stuff back and forth. Malphite does have to be careful. Really good, able to get away before that empowered auto attack could hit him. Cassiopeia having to play back and play safe from the Akali.
Akali's the one that can infinitely use her W if she kills a minion.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Link them together.
No.
That's not her?
No. Akali's the one that throws up a wall of shadow and makes herself invisible.
What's the other sword lady that I'm thinking of?
Probably Katarina. Or, I don't know. That being said, Cassiopeia having played it really safe here, able to flash out of the way to prevent dying. Malphite struggling a little bit, already out of mana, doesn't quite have the mana to stick around and keep trading back and forth. Biggest struggle with Malphite in the early game is just all his moves cost so much mana, and he has so little of it. He's so mana hungry.
And that's why I like playing characters that don't need mana.
Understandable. Oh, both our characters, both our bot laners having to play very careful here. They have almost max stack of poison.
But how does Twitch work?
So Twitch does a lot with, he builds up stack of poison on people that deal damage over time. It also allow him to hit multiple people at the same time with his E, I believe, which lets him hit everyone who has poison on them within a certain range. And again, they just deal damage over time and lets him deal more damage in general.
Okay. So he's just another stack character.
Yeah, kind of. He wants to build up stacks on you. I don't know. To me, he's always felt similar, almost like a ranged Darius, just not quite as strong, and his bleed isn't quite as strong. Malphite having to play a little careful, getting caught out a little bit. Zach, Cassiopeia, and Akali. Bit of a struggle here, get caught out.
Man, we got everybody in the mid lane.
Yep. Everyone kind of fighting there for a second, but unfortunately not quite able to win that. We're able to get away without any loss of life, though.
Another game where there's just no kills yet.
Yeah, I about to say, looking at the CS, though, the CS is looking quite a bit better this round than it did before, especially in the bot lane. At this point, it was quite a bit worse. That being said, they do already get the Cloud Drake. The opposing team does get the Cloud Drake here, and not much we can do to really contest it.
Man, the range of that knockup is insane.
I mean, yeah, he's able to jump really far with his dash, and it really does just kind of knock up everything around him. Malphite does have to be very careful. Ornn able to build items while in the lane, one of his special abilities.
He could just build an item?
Yeah, he has to take time to do it, so he has to step back, but yes, he can. Caitlyn getting caught out there by the Leona hook. Probably, yeah, unfortunately going to lose her life for that. That being said, Cassiopeia and Zach ganking in the top lane. Cassiopeia getting a much needed retaliation kill there. Able to help kind of break some of the stranglehold that Ornn has had on the top lane. That does also give our team full access to the grubs, so we are able to get the full 3 grubs here. Really, really good at for our team. Much of a needed advantage here for us.
Helps take towers a lot.
Oh, yeah. Especially with our team being very bulky and having both Zach and Malphite, both characters really needing those grubs to effectively take towers.
You're not the fastest tower
Or at least
takers.
platings. Akali jumping in a little early there. Zach almost one hit away,
close.
so low. Has to be really careful here with Akali in the bush. Okay, really good dodge there.
Ornn gonna come.
Ornn coming in to help. Zach jumping in. Okay, really unfortunate there. The Akali waiting for the perfect moment and able to kill Cassiopeia over the wall. Zach able to get away, unfortunately losing the feat of warfare there. But both sides just staying back, playing as safe as they can.
Ornn using his little dash to be able to knock up Malphite. And Twitch and Leon are just kind of just going to take tower if they won't.
All right, Twitch and Leon unfortunately catching out our bot laners here, getting a double kill there. Zach catching the Ornn out as he's trying to build an item. Can they stop him? Okay, really good pull there from the Zach. Malphite and Ornn, Malphite and Zach having to be very careful. Ornn,
oh, so close.
So close. Malphite playing a little risky there with his life. Cassiopeia struggling a bit against the Akali. The Akali just having so much burst damage and able to get away so quickly with that shroud.
Can she be hit in the smoke?
She can be hit, but you can't target her. Because you can't. We can see her right now because we're spectating, but our team cannot see Akali while she's in the smoke, so you can't target her. You have to use an area of effect attack, which unfortunately Cassiopeia does have, but it's not very large and it's really hard to hit them with it when you can see them, let alone when you can't. Oh, really good flash ult attempt, but not quite able to take full advantage of it. That being said, really unfortunate. So close to being able to get that double kill. Can Caitlyn jump in? Does she have ult? She's still level 5. Doesn't have ult yet. That's so unfortunate. That coming in to try and kill this Akali who's trying to come in and get a kill. Does get the kill on the Caitlyn, but and is able to get out because of the shroud. Zach unfortunately just not able to find her in the smoke. That being said, Zach does go in trying to get, I'm not 100% sure what happened there. Tried going in to to kill the Twitch, but not quite able to. Turning around to try and deal with this Akali and get the Akali off Hui. Unfortunately, Hui dying right before Zach could get in. Unfortunately, now getting caught out, the Leona coming in to help and stunning the Zach just long enough that Akali has enough time to just burst him down. Unfortunately, probably going to be the death here of Zach.
So how come he didn't? So he doesn't just die instantly?
Oh yeah, so Zach actually revives. It actually splits into 4 different parts, and that each have a bit of HP. And
interesting.
If you when he dies, that if they come back
just
together, he gains back
barely
HP.
getting away. Man, I see what you mean about it just stacking up damage.
Yep. Okay, so really good kill there for Frisbee. Able to get the kill there on Vi. So really, really strong. So Cassiopeia is starting to stack up. Cassiopeia is essentially an APC and a ability power carry. Just having really, really fast and strong auto attacks. So if she can just sit there and auto you for a second, she deals a ton of damage. Orn coming in, trying to keep our team from being able to get these. Zach has to be really careful. Orn going in, trying to get these kills. Malphite just trying to force him off. Zach just doing his best to stay back, heal up. Unfortunately, ends up dying. His passive is down, so he's not quite able to make it. Malphite, does he have the damage to kill him fast enough? Nope. Unfortunately not, because Akali is now here. Yeah, Orn able to get away because there's nothing much Malphite can do when the opposing team comes to help. Just not having the damage to clean that up. Bot lane is able to start taking this tower for free. Not much we can do to oppose it. Zach thinking of going in, goes in on them. I don't know if this is necessarily the best idea. It seems almost a little bit of a desperate. Just came in a little too late to actually be able to kill them. Unfortunately, the tower already being down. Cassiopeia, really good stun on the Leona. Unfortunately, maybe stepped up a little too far.
Does trade.
Yep. Oh, he was able to get the kill on the Twitch. Really, really good. I did not notice. That is an amazing trade for us.
Oh,
getting that 1,000 gold.
Might get the kill here.
If Malphite is ult, definitely. Okay, able to use the Q. I always kind of forget about Malphite Q because it's just not what I expect from him. Okay, so Zach able to hit the Akali through the smoke, able to kind of guess where she would be and get it right. That being said, still just doesn't quite have the damage to kill the Akali, who is 3 levels up on the Zach. All right, Malphite getting a plating here, really good. Just trying to get a little bit of money here and there wherever we can. We are so far behind on gold, but we are doing our best to catch up.
Mid lane's doing pretty good on CC.
Yeah, mid lane doing really good on CS. That being said, Twitch coming in. Twitch ult really strong, able to pierce with his auto attacks and is able to line up, so he's just able to wipe out all 3 right there.
I did not know Orn could alter the direction of his ult.
Who?
Orn.
Yeah, so when Orn casts his ult, he calls down a ram, and then he can recast it to headbutt it in a different direction.
That's actually kind of fun.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's funny, yeah, definitely.
Cheater. Shouldn't be able to just make items.
It's a really cool mechanic, all things considered.
Just hold up 1 minute. Let me make an item.
Orn is known as the Master Blacksmith. Malphite kind of stepping up into that, but does have ult, able to stun lock him under turn, and is able to get the kill.
So what is Malphite's ult?
Malphite, he throws himself at you and just knocks you into the air. Quite literally. So Orn throws a ram at you. Malphite throws himself. Unfortunate death there. Twitch able to just throw out the damage so fast and is able to wipe out Cassiopeia before she even has a chance to really react.
So that just a Zach ability, or is that his ult where he bounces like
That's his ult.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Malphite was did just purchase Bramble Vest, so that's going to be really, really good for him. And does have some decent wave clear. Now he does have to be really careful because Vi is up here looking to take care of, but could very easily move to gank him first just to be safe.
Which is what it looks like is going to happen.
Yep, that's exactly what's happening. Can he get out of this? He has 2 levels up on both of them. But unfortunately, Malphite just not having a ton of damage. And Leona here, just not much he can do. He's just getting perma-stunned, essentially. Nothing you can do to really get out of that.
Yeah, unfortunately their Twitch is very fed.
Yes.
But our Cassiopeia is fairly even.
Yeah, Cassiopeia doing really well this game, is 5-5. Still able to dish out the damage, has really good stun with her ult. So if she can just get a solid pick, she can do a ton. Unfortunately, Cassiopeia kind of by herself now off to the side, and it looked like the Twitch was actually about to go collapse on her. Cassiopeia does have to be very careful. She's pushed up very far as compared to the rest of the team, and it looks like the opposing team realizes that, and they're currently trying to collapse on her. Cassiopeia, realizing that she's a little too far up, just a little too late, is able to get a really good stun off. Unfortunately, instead of running, decides to try and stick around and deal some and kill the Akali. Now, Hui does come in to try and help. Can Cassiopeia, unfortunately, cannot capitalize on it. Unable to get the kill. Leona just there as to stun her out for ages. And Cassiopeia just
take
not
forever
able
to kill.
Yeah, Leona, really, really difficult to kill and has so much stun. Malphite tries ulting in there on the Akali. Unfortunately, ends up getting himself stuck in the middle of all four and just dies for it, unfortunately. The entire team is there, and there's not much you can do about it. Oh, man. That Twitch damage, especially as ult up, just is crazy. Able to hop over the wall with that range advantage.
Oh, that Vi should be dead.
Unfortunate. Hextech Drake up in 6 seconds. Not much our team can really do to contest it. Looks like Twitch gonna go ahead and start it. Might be able to take it by himself, honestly. Yeah, the entire team, the opposing team, all going to try and help with that dragon just in case.
They just took that in a matter of seconds.
Yep. Unfortunately, they did have vision in our jungle, and the entire team just went in and collapsed on our jungler. Just denying him the much needed CS that he needs. Ornn kind of fighting the Leona, but really doesn't need to stick around. The ult out may have been a little unnecessary, but honestly, just good on him for trying to get out. Just understanding you really need to get out. Better safe than sorry at this point.
Herself in a 2v1.
A bit of an unfortunate miss there, but so far, really good shutdown on the Akali. That being said, the entire, what looked like it was going to be a really good team fight for us, unfortunately, Twitch, yeah, the entire opposing team ended up being able to get there in time and just clean that up.
So can turrets still see Twitch even when he's invisible?
Yes. Turrets can still see Twitch. Twitch specifically has like a certain range around him that anything within that range can see him. You just everything at a certain range can't.
Gotcha.
Bit of an around the world movement there from the Herald. Unfortunately, they're dealing a ton of damage. Able to get the hook on the Twitch, but unfortunately, Twitch has barrier up and he's not able to get those final hits in to kill him. Hui getting caught out a bit by the Akali, and everyone just kind of falling in one by one, dying slowly but surely.
Yep, both Vi and Leona's having so much CC.
Yep, between Vi and Leona, just so much CC, not much that can be done about it. The opposing team Okay, so Cassiopeia does get a shutdown there on the Vi, because the Vi was trying to take the turret before she died. Probably thought she would get. Probably didn't think it would
take
go.
The tower first.
Yeah, probably thought she'd take it first, or just wouldn't count as a kill for Cassiopeia. But Cassiopeia, luckily, last one to hit her, and just barely enough time hadn't passed that it still counted as Cassiopeia's kill. Alrighty, let's see what happens. The team having to play really careful, just kind of push up the waves where they can and see what they can do. Looks like
Otacon. Yep.
Yeah, it looks like they're setting up to take Otacon here.
Unfortunately, we can't not contest this.
Yeah, unfortunately, just we can't really win team fights right now. We just have to play back and try and catch up. Taking a tower here would be really nice, but we can't sacrifice any people for it. Unfortunately, if any of us get caught out, it would essentially, if too many of us get caught out here, this could very well be the end. Okay, good ult from Cassiopeia. Unfortunately, Cassiopeia is still not able to get away and does go down. Zach getting collapsed on from all sides, not much he could do. They may be able to end it here, unfortunately.
Yep, the only one we have alive right now is Malphite, and while yes, he can tank a lot, he doesn't deal a lot.
Yeah, unfortunately, Malphite just not having the build right now to dish out a ton of damage. And unfortunately,
he just gets disintegrated.
Unfortunately, yeah. The opposing team just being far enough ahead that there's just not much you can do. Good shutdown for the Caitlyn. If we can push them off, that would be very, very good. Unfortunately, Malphite, unfortunately, Orin being very tanky, just nothing we could do to get them off.
Yep. And then having Vi just being able to attack.
And that is game. Faulkner, unfortunately, going down 2-0 tonight against the Alexandria Technical Community College. Sorry, I just mentioned them for the first time. I forgot to mention this was Faulkner versus the ATC. I'm gonna call them the ATC. Alexandria Technical Community College. They played really, really well. Really good games. Unfortunately, did kind of roll. Were able to kind of roll us those games, but a lot can be learned from this, and we look forward to seeing how it continues to go. For the rest of the thing. Unfortunately, Seth was not able to join us tonight due to the concert. So, really rough not being able to have him on the team right now. But luckily, he'll be able to join us for the next time, which our next League of Legends game will be February 20th at 7:30. And our next broadcast will also be February 20th. And that'll be for Overwatch 2 at 6 p.m., an hour and a half beforehand, versus Cameron University. So all in all, really great games to watch. Took a second to get into, but really good things to note. We will be right back here in a minute with a post-game interview, just to get some of the players' reactions to what happened.
Preparing leaders for the River region and beyond, Faulkner University's Harris College of Business is distinctively different, focusing on ethics and character development in the classroom, and building ethical foundations with our new Ethics Institute. Living the mission of Faulkner University to glorify God through education of the whole person, emphasizing integrity of character in a caring Christian environment where every individual matters every day.
As a student at the Harris College of Business, I saw firsthand the mission of Faulkner University. My professors there not only taught me, but they also mentored me. They encouraged me. They cared for me. They instilled character and integrity into me. I mattered every day. That mission hasn't changed. Harris College of Business continues to provide its students with the tools they need to succeed in today's business world.
Oh, move the button. back for the after game interview with Omnytamer or Caleb Colquitt. So, not used to being in this particular position.
No, it feels really weird being in this chair. It's quite bizarre, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not used to being in this chair. I'm in this one more than you're in that one.
But you look the part.
But yeah, I got the outfit today for it. So
with the suit and the longer hair, you know who you kind of remind me of?
Who?
Penn Jillette, the magician.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you kind of look like that guy. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate it.
Yeah,
I do like it.
I like it.
That being said, what do you think of the game so far? I know you were kind of hoping to not have to be playing today. You were hoping Blue would be able to make it. Unfortunately, Blue being just the tiniest bit too late to come in for that game too. But how'd you feel going into this, all things considered?
Well, I mean, there's a certain level of nervousness because I know that, my skills are nowhere near the level of the players. I was just a fill-in because, frankly, there was nobody else better qualified to be here. But, we did the best that we could, and we tried really hard to put up a good fight because, forfeiting sucks for everybody involved.
Yeah.
And so because of that, we didn't want to just give up without a fight. The other team,
Absolutely.
frankly, was not good about working with us, to say the least.
Yeah.
So,
but
yeah,
things still worked out. We were able to play through.
Yeah, you hate to see that, but overall, we played the game. We played fair and square. You lost, and that's obviously not the result you want. But it's better to lose with integrity than to win with trying to do underhanded stuff.
Exactly.
So,
that being said, so going into the bot lane in game 1, I noticed y'all initially banned the Twitch, which I don't know how much you got to be in for the team talk on all the bans and stuff. Yeah. And I noticed they actually got to play the Twitch game 2, which, all things considered, in the early game, y'all seem to be doing really good playing back. But unfortunately, when things kind of started moving forward a little bit, it became harder and harder to, even when you were playing back, to just survive at times.
Yeah, well, they got a pretty big level advantage on us, and that's really hard to overcome. And it's just unfortunate the way that it was. So we were trying to play super safe, but credit to them, their strategy of going between towers was really smart because they knew that they could kind of bully us in lane, and because of that, we had nowhere to go because we weren't getting minions.
Yep.
And so they kind of figured out a way to get ahead, but once they got that advantage, they robbed us of the ability to start catching back up because we weren't getting any minions. And his ADC, it's impossible to do anything if you can't farm because that's basically all you do early.
Yeah, that really is the only real job of ADC, and that's
right.
Farm.
Especially early game. Late game, you're doing a lot more damage in team fights.
Yeah,
but
in the early game, that's really all the ADC is really supposed to do. And unfortunately, if you're not able to do that, it removes you a lot of your capability as a character. Let's see. Yeah, there was just both games ended up ending so quickly because of how quickly a lot of them were able to get ahead. I know game 2 things went a lot better. Mid lane and top lane both able to kind of keep a bit even.
Yeah, Josh and Charlie had some really good plays in there, despite the fact that they were just kind of stopping the bleeding at that point.
Yeah, but even with those plays, still ended up kind of a little bit behind and just weren't quite able to make up the difference essentially that happened in the early laning phase. Which is where we kind of seem to end up losing in all fronts the most.
Right.
Yeah. So, but still, it was really fun to get to watch everyone play and getting to see how you feel getting back into the seat of the player.
And I gotta say, as much as I hate that because I'm just not the best player. I mean, I'm the coach, and the old saying, "Those who can't do coach." That's why I'm the coach and I'm not a player. But at the same time, it was cool to be able to be in competition because it's nice as a coach, and I think it actually improves your ability as a coach to occasionally see things from your players' perspectives. See how the dynamics are working in there, see how the team interacts with one another, like what works, what doesn't, that kind of thing. And so, I do think that even though this is not the ideal experience, and it was one I was trying to avoid to make sure that Seth got a chance to play, at the end of the day, ultimately, I do think that it's, if nothing else, an experience I can take in and use to grow going forward.
Absolutely. Speaking of which, I can't wait to see how we end up doing next week. As I may have mentioned before with y'all, a little prematurely, our next League of Legends game will be Thursday, February 20th next week.
No, this week.
This week.
2 days 2 days from now.
Wow, I'm behind. Okay, Never mind. 2 days. And so this Thursday.
And they'll have a good ADC this time. It'll be really fun. Y'all should watch.
We'll be playing at 7:30, and our next broadcast will also be that day at 6 p.m. with Overwatch 2 versus Cameron University. The Cameron University.
The Cameron University.
Once again, this was Seth Dawson. Really glad y'all could be here, and we'll be signing off and look forward to seeing you next time on the Eagles esports team.
The preceding broadcast was an official presentation of Faulkner University. It may not be redistributed without the express written consent of the Faulkner University Athletic Department. Regitar USA Hi-Res Arena is sponsored by Regitar USA. The national anthem was performed by the Faulkner University Chorus. If you would like to learn more about the Faulkner Esports program, visit our official website at faulknereagles.com or follow us on Discord, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram for all the latest news and events.